spring turkey season in Pennsylvania. There are few sounds in the woods that can raise the hair on the back of your neck quite like a surprise gobble on a spring morning. Here in the Keystone State, an April 30th opener means the birds have been talking for several weeks now, making it a bit more challenging to call one in, but also providing ample time for scouting out roost locations. Isaac takes to the fields a few days before the opener to make the most of this opportunity.
It's Tuesday, April 26th. This Saturday is the first day of spring gobbler season here in Pennsylvania. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. I just came out here to listen for turkeys, try to get an idea of where they're roosting at.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
It's gotta be 400 or 500 yards that way. I don't even know if the camera's picking that up. I think I'm gonna walk down to that corner there to try to get a better idea of where those ones are at, because I'm not hearing anything here very close.
Taking what he learned into account, Isaac heads back to plan his hunt for the weekend. As for me, I can't help but end up in the same spot every opening day, hoping to recapture the magic of a hunt from years ago.
It's good to be back out in the woods again. It's Saturday, April 30th. Today is the opening day of Pennsylvania's spring turkey season. Weather is just perfect. It's in the 30s right now. Clear, calm, still. It's gonna warm up to about 66 today. Just a perfect day to be in the woods, but it's just starting to get light. I've heard a couple of kind of distant gobbles, so we'll do a little calling ourselves, see if one's gonna come in.
While my turkey season started out slow, Isaac's was off to a fast start. Unfortunately, the gobbles would get farther and farther away as the morning wore on, and it was time for a change of plans.
I haven't heard anything in quite some time, so I got my hat flipped over to the orange side, and I think I'm gonna slowly make my way in the direction that those turkeys went this morning. I'll just call every once in a while and see if I can get a response from anything. I just feel like I have a better chance with doing that rather than just sitting here. So, we'll see if we can make something happen.
As Isaac moved to find a better position to set up, my hunt was finally getting interesting. It wouldn't take long though to find out that my competition had the upper hand. Frankly, I had no idea what to do. My odds of calling him off a live hen were next to none, especially when the hen seemed intent on keeping his attention off my calling as well. So I went for broke. I simply do not have enough experience turkey hunting to understand why the birds ultimately walked off here, especially as the tom continued to answer my calls. Whether it was due to overcalling or if there was another reason, I can't be sure. This bird may have walked off with no shots fired, but the experience I gained and the fun I had calling back and forth, seemingly battling it out with a live hen, were absolutely worth it in my eyes.
Well, that was fun. That was worth the 4 a.m. alarm just for that experience. That's as back and forth aggressive calling as I've ever done. There's 2 deer up on the hills, or 3 deer actually, up on the hillside there. That's why I love being out this time of year. Deer are active. Obviously the encounters you can have with turkeys are just a blast. There were 2 different occasions there I thought it was going to happen because the last turkey that I killed multiple years ago did the same thing. Looped down and around these hemlocks and then came back up to my decoy. It's tough to compete with live birds though. As soon as I heard that other hen, I thought our chances weren't very good, but I gave it all I had just to try to entice them, but that was fun. That was really cool.
Despite encountering multiple birds, opening day for both Isaac and I would end without a shot fired. A few days later, Isaac would head back to the same area he hunted on the opener. One tom appeared to have roosted in an unusual location for this property, but it left Isaac in the perfect spot to bring him in. By now, Isaac knows the drill. This Tom is searching for the hen that he's masquerading as. He can gobble all he wants, but if Isaac stays quiet, frustration will bring the gobbler closer.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how I missed that first shot, but I got him on the second one. Yes. Yes. That is the first turkey I've gotten in like 10 years. And the first mature turkey I've ever gotten. The only one I ever got was a Jake. I'm gonna run up there just to make sure I didn't just wound him. Alright, let's go check him out. I am extremely unfamiliar with what to do after you get a turkey, since it's been, like I said, right around 10 years since I got one. And it's not been for lack of trying. I've been out here a lot every year, but this year I did put a little more effort into practicing my calling and you know, just doing my research on, you know, the best setups and that kind of thing. So I'm glad that paid off. And let's take a look at him up here. I don't even know how to set him up. Let's check out the beard. I'd say that's a solid, probably 9-inch beard or something like that. It beats my Jake's 2-inch beard from 10 years ago, that's for sure. Spurs ain't too bad on him. You know, maybe probably right around an inch, maybe a little bit over an inch, to be honest with you. Nice full fan. Let's get him set up somewhere nicer. What an awesome morning. Set up not knowingly about 150 yards from these gobblers. They're roosted somewhere where they've never actually been in my years hunting back here. But just the right setup, you know, the right amount of calling and the right time, it brought them in. And I could not be happier. Like I said, 10 years since I filled a turkey tag, and I can't believe I'm standing behind this guy right now. I mean, definitely mature bird.
9-10 inch beard, I'd say. The spurs, I think, are at least an inch. I haven't done enough, I haven't got enough turkeys to really judge the age very well, but I would say maybe a 3-year-old turkey. But yeah, I know a lot of guys out there getting, you know, maybe two nice toms a year, but man, this one's special for me because, like I said, this hasn't happened for me lately at all. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not extremely familiar with what to do after I get a turkey just because it's been so long, but I'm just happy to be standing behind him here, and we'll see if we can get Kay out, maybe fill her spring turkey tag too now that we got some time. Yeah, what a great hunt. I couldn't be happier.
A decade-long dry spell comes to a close as Isaac notches a tag on a beautiful PA Longbeard. It just goes to show the persistence does pay off. All the time, preparation, and effort put in can produce amazing results in the outdoors. Walking out of the woods with an extra 20 pounds on his back, I'm sure like many others, that extra weight just floats away, playing the memory back over and over again. A day later, a rainy morning had me keeping myself, but mostly the camera dry, under the safety of a ground blind. While it may not quite bring the excitement of a quiet morning back and forth calling match, the rain has a tendency to bring turkeys to the open, so I set up on a field edge and waited. Before long, a few hens hit the field. And not far behind them were some jays. Several small groups of birds moved through as the morning wore on, but unfortunately all of them were hens or jakes. A few days later, on my next chance to hunt, I'd make use of the blind again, just 100 yards from where Isaac took his gobbler.
Man, it's been a silent morning. Tuesday, May 10th. Not a whole lot going on. I'm just hopeful that maybe they're still roosted close by and not talking this morning. I know they usually roost all around this hillside, basically in a half circle around us. But yet, no responses to calls, nothing at all. So, guess we're just gonna have to sit tight and see if anything comes in silent, or the last couple of times we've actually seen them, it's been later gobbles when they get close, so I'm hopeful. We have a kind of dual decoy setup, one on both sides, just the way we're set up. There's a decent chance turkeys coming from one side wouldn't see the decoy, so we've got two. Now we just need the turkeys to see them.
this hen walked so close to the blind that it became difficult to even film her, further proving that ground blinds make you as close to invisible as is humanly possible in the eyes of a turkey.
Talk about a close encounter. She was maybe 3 or 4 yards when she went past the door of the blind back here, and she came in behind me, as everything does apparently now, so I had to take the camera off the tripod in order to film her. So I just hope the footage was as good as what I got to experience. I mean, having her that close to vocalization, a legal bird as well. Bearded hen. I told myself a couple of weeks ago I would take a bearded hen if I got the chance, and then the opportunity presented itself, and it's not for me. Like I said, it's legal. Even in the regulations for PA, it suggested you don't shoot a bearded hen. There was a time when I think the consensus was you should just shoot them anyway because they don't lay eggs, but they do. So I guess preserving the future of turkey hunting on this property, but I wouldn't have wanted that encounter to end. That was so cool having her so close. I mean, you get set up in a ground blind and stay reasonably still. You might as well be invisible to turkeys, and that's why we're set up here. But now if we could just get a gobbler to do that, we'll be looking good.
I'd hunt hard for the remainder of the season, but never could get set up on a mature bird. Another spring gobbler tag goes unfilled, but the experiences and encounters of the 2022 season will stay with me forever. As for Isaac, I'm sure his encounter will be a story he'll tell for years to come.
Man, this one's special for me, because like I said, this hasn't happened for me lately at all.
On that note, that is going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.